All right, out here another week. We're the Hebrew Israelites, and we're out here through the spirit of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, right, to wake up the people of Negroid, Native American, Indian descent, the Latino and Hispanics. We make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and I'm out here for y'all, all right? And to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known in the Bible as Mystery Babylon the Great. America is going to be destroyed in the Third World's nuclear war. Thus saith the Lord, all right? America is on the Most High's hit list, and he's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth, all right? And what we regularly do is we bring out current events, because our people have no idea to what's truly taking place in the world. So we bring that information out to y'all, all right? I'm going to have that brother read an article I got off the computer about what's taking place from right now until the end of September, right? From right now till the end of summer, basically, right? So from right now to the end of summer going into fall, these events are going to be taking place, right? And that's adding up, if it do happen, to what's going to happen in America. Read on.
7 key events that are going to happen by the end of September.
Read on.
Is something really big about to happen?
Right.
Huh?
Huh?
You set up a camera on video?
Yeah, the camera is on. Read on.
For months, people have been pointing out the second half of this year for various reasons. For months, people have been pointing to the second half of this year for various reasons.
Read on.
For some, the major concern is trade health and the unprecedented movement of military vehicles and equipment that we have been witnessing all over the nation.
Right, because if you see what's going on right now, right, you got military activity ramping up all over the country. Right? Read on.
For others, the upcoming 4th blood moon and the end of Shemitah.
Right. Because everybody's talking about the 4th blood moon that took place last year, and the end of it is coming in September, the 4th one. All right, read on.
Shemitah cycle are extremely significant events, yet others are more concerned about
political... Bible? You believe in the Bible? Come up here for me.
Nah, I'm rushing right now.
All right. Read on now.
Yet others are most concerned about political development in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
and at the United Nations.
Read on.
To me, it does seem rather remarkable that we are seeing such confluence of economic, political, and spiritual events coming together during the second half of 2015.
Right, there's so much events going on, but everything is culminating all around the same time frame. Right? Everything is going on all around the same time frame. Remember the Walmart's closing down? Right? All these companies shutting down, all these layoffs going on. Everything is culminating around the same time period. Read on.
So is all of this leading up to something? Is our world about to change in a fundamental way? Only time will tell. The following are 7 key events that are going to happen by the end of September.
Right. These are 7 key events that's going to take place here in America. Right? From right now as I'm speaking, all the way to around, say, the end of September, the end of summer, beginning of fall. That's when these things are going to end. Right? But who knows what's going to happen after? Right? But we're not saying it's going to happen. Right? Some major event is going to happen. We know something is going to happen. But when we can't tell you, but we know something is going on the pipeline. Read on.
Late June, early July, it is expected that this is when the U.S. Supreme Court will reveal their gay marriage decision.
Exactly. Now you got that gay agenda they've been ramping up so much, right? That they've been pushing to the forefront and cramming it down your throat, right? Now they're going to come up what they're going to do with it, right? Read on. In the Supreme Court. Read on.
Most believe that the court will rule that gay marriage is a constitutional right in all 50 states. There are some that believe that this will be a major turning point for our nation.
Exactly. You understand? Because that's totally going against the Most High. America prides itself on being a Christian nation, right? But indeed, it's what it's doing. It's going contrary to the Bible, contrary to the scriptures, right? It's showing how hypocritical this country is. Read on.
One of the 7 key events that are going to happen by the end of September. July 15 to September 15.
Take him out.
A realistic military training exercise known as Jade Helm will be conducted by the U.S. Army. More than 1,000 members of the U.S. military will take part of this exercise. The list of states slated to be involved in these drills includes Texas, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, California, Mississippi, and Florida.
Exactly, and those drills, you have other military drills going on, right? That they say not attached to Jade Helm, but to show you that they got military drills ramping up all throughout the country, right? They have one in Flint, Michigan, going on, right? I mean, it's all over, all over. See what I'm saying? So why now all these things are happening now, all at the same time? Read on.
Number two of the seven key events that are going to happen by the end of September is July 28th. On May 28th, Reuters reported that countries in Europe, in the European Union, were being given a 2-month deadline to enact a bail-in legislation. Any nation that does not have bail-in legislation in place by that time will face legal action from the European Commission. So why is the European Union in such a rush to get this done? Are the top dogs in the EU anticipating that another great financial crisis is about to erupt?
Exactly. Another great financial crisis is about to erupt. And you know what they will try to hide it and cover that up with? A false flag attack. A false flag attack, right? Just like the one that jumped off in Texas, where they say they have this man who shot up the police station or whatever, understand, and now they kill him, right? You can tell that is BS. That was set up, understand? All this is taking place again, I said, all around the same time of all these major events going on, right? Wherever there's smoke, fire is there. Understand? Wherever there's smoke, there's fire, man. There's something going on. All right, read on.
Number 3 of the 7 key events that are going to happen by the end of September. September 13th. This is Elul 29 on the biblical calendar. The last day of Shemitah year. Many are concerned about this date because we have seen giant stock market crashes on the last day of the previous 2 Shemitah cycles.
Exactly, and what that is talking about right there, this is this Jewish dude who brought it out. He said every 7 years, right? Every 7 years there's a financial crisis, right? Every 7 years there's a financial crisis. You have one in what? Say 94, right? You had one in 94. 7 years after 94, right? After 1994, what you get? You get 2001. Right? That happened in 9/11. 7 years after that, you get what? 2008, which is another financial situation took place. Right? Now we're in 2015, the other 7th year, which is right now. What's going to happen? Another financial crisis. That's what he's saying. But when you track from 7 years back, you always see that there is one. So there's probably some kind of credibility to what he's saying. Right? Check every 7 years, as I said, check from 94. Right? Go back to what? 87? 7 years from that is 94. 7 years from that, you get 2001. 7 years from that, you get 2008. 7 years from 2008, you get what? 2015. Right? But do your own research on it and you'll see. Read on.
On September 17, 2001, which was Elul 29 on the biblical calendar, we witnessed the greatest one-day stock market crash in U.S. history up until that time.
That's an example he's given. Read on.
The Dow plummeted 684 points, and it was a record that held for exactly 7 years until the end of the next Shemitah cycle.
Read on.
On September 29, 2008, which was also Elul 29 on the biblical calendar, the Dow fell outstanding 777 points, which still today remains the greatest one-day stock market crash of all time.
Exactly. These are the examples it's given. Right? 2001 and 2008. Read on.
Number 4 of the 7 key events that are going to happen by the end of September. Now we are approaching the end of another Shemitah year. So will the stock market crash on September 13, 2015? Well, no, because that day is Sunday. So I guarantee that the stock market will not crash on that particular day. But as Jonathan Kane has pointed out in his book on the Shemitah, sometimes stock market crashes happen just before the end of Shemitah year, and sometimes they happen within just a few weeks after the end of the Shemitah. So we are not just looking at one particular day.
Alright, read on. But that's telling you, that's giving you the 7 years theory. Right? Read on.
Number 5 of the 7 key events that are going to happen by the end of September. September 15, the 70th session of the UN General Assembly begins on this date. It is being reported that France plans to introduce a resolution which would give former UN Secretary Council recognition to a Palestinian state. Up to now, the United States has always been one block such of a resolution. But Barack Obama has indicated that things may be much different this time around.
Exactly, right? Part of the Palestinian state, you know how them Israeli, them so-called Jews feel about that. Best way to cover all this up is a false flag attack. Read on. There it is. Read on now.
Number 6 of the 7 key events that are to happen by the end of September. September 25th to September 27th, the United Nations is going to launch a brand new sustainable development agenda for the entire planet.
Read on.
Some have called this Agenda 21 on steroids. But this new agenda is not just about the environment, it also includes provision regarding economics, agriculture, education, gender equality. On September 25th, the Pope will travel to New York to give a major speech, kicking off the UN conference where the new agenda will be unveiled.
Exactly. So you see all what's going on right now. Oh, I said, these events, I can't stress that enough. It's culminating around the same time period. Right? Read on.
Number 7 of the 7 key events that are to happen by the end of September 25th. By the end of September. September 28th, this is the date for the last of the 4 blood moons that fall on biblical festival dates during 2014 and 2015. This blood moon falls on every first day of the Feast of Tabernacles. It will actually be visible in the city of Jerusalem. There are many that dismiss the blood moon phenomenon, but we have seen similar patterns before. For example, a similar pattern of eclipse happened just before and just after the destruction of the Jewish temple by the Romans in 70 AD. Perhaps none of this alarms you, but when you add everything up to the fact that the elite definitely appear to be feverishly preparing for something, a very alarming picture emerges. For example, due to fears that a natural disaster could interrupt their operations in New York, the New York Fed has been working hard to build a satellite office in Chicago. What kind of natural disaster could possibly be so bad that it'll cause the entire New York Fed to shut down?
Exactly. Think about that for a minute. Out of all the hurricanes that's passed through, all the disasters that happened in New York, they never moved the feds. Right? Now they're moving it.